My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now.
Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. I've been with my friends. I was trying to make a little money. My job is not to entertain, but to educate and teach. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC. Tweet me, Jim Cramer. Now, you may think of the NFL's big game as a contest among great teams in the gridiron. Test of wills with only one winner for the Lombardi Trophy. You know how I feel about that. Yet, I'm always struck by how the event draws CEOs like flies to honey. It's impossible not to notice. Even when the Eagles come home with a resounding victory, go Birds, the CEOs are all there, especially when the game's in New Orleans. Which is why on a day when it took a shocking late-day rally to finish in positive territory, Dow rising 10 points, S&P gaining 0.24%, NASDAQ advancing 0.07%, I want to talk about what I heard at the big game, what people are worried about, and how those concerns are coloring their decisions and your stocks. I'm not overlooking what happened in the bizarrely positive close today by any means. I am saying that there did seem to be a gigantic program, money switching out of momentum and into classic growth, and it gained speed in the last few minutes of trading, taking the S&P to a record high. But it seemed suspicious, and I didn't like the way it happened. Now, back to what matters. These CEOs I talk to, most of them are not political. They tend to be somewhat old-fashioned. Call them Mitt Romney Republicans, Bill Clinton Democrats. They can remember a time when there was a lot less vitriol in Washington and a lot more teamwork, and they loved that. They didn't really fit into the current environment, so they dismissed Washington as much as possible, focusing on their knitting. So what are their views on the current situation? Well, let me give you a distilled version, called sanitized. I'm going to limit it to business because, while I, too, am sticking to my knitting, this is, after all, a business show. First, nobody can figure out Donald Trump. These CEOs are baffled. They're confused. They mostly like that he's attacking the federal bureaucracy. Not the deep state. They don't call it that, the bureaucracy. And they like that Elon Musk is doing it for him. While almost everyone caveated that they had personal views actually at odds with Musk, they universally respected him as a business person. Musk fascinates them as much as the media is fascinated by him. They are adamant that if anyone can succeed in cutting the fat, it's Musk. They all want him to take on the entitlements, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and they want him to cut out budget, the waste in the defense budget, let's call it that, because they think there's a lot of waste there, and that's because of a lack of competition among the defense contractors. They don't know why Musk is wasting his time on the small stuff. It makes no sense to them. Two, they all hate Trump's tariff plans. They do. These CEOs think that they're disorganized, make no real sense, won't raise any money, and are real bad for business. Now, given my acknowledged and outspoken support for some of these tariffs, especially the ones that keep Chinese steel, say, out of the country by shutting it down at the Mexican border, I thought they might tone down their criticisms. But nope, they're free traders at heart and are totally befuddled by Trump's tariff agenda. I said we should put tariffs even on South Korean and Japanese cars that are imported here. And that just provoked more skepticism. Look, I'm not a globalist. They're globalists. Three. There are there's been a shocking amount of new business going on in this country. They all admit that. And to them, it's just sort of a wicked witch is dead mentality because business people no longer feel that the government is out to get them. There was a palpable dislike of the last administration's policies, even among the Democrats. They still can't believe how disrespected they were by the Biden White House, and that includes many big Democratic donors I spoke to. They all thought that the previous administration viewed them as rapacious capitalists, even when they had ideas that might work to slow inflation. It was so grim, so gratuitous on the part of Biden, although many now question whether Biden himself even knows what was happening. It's real bad news for the Democratic candidates in the future. I was struck by that. Four, even though today the head of the FTC and the Justice Department said they would stand by the doctrine of the previous administration when it comes to antitrust, something that sounds as onerous and ominous as it gets, right? These CEOs aren't really worried. Why? Because they know the new regulators won't be as dismissive as the old ones. They won't be hit by lawsuits out of left field. They'll be able to talk, to defend themselves before everything goes kerflooey. They believe there will be some respect between them and the regulators. They look forward to constructive dialogue, even if the regulators end up siding against them. They despise the needlessly adversarial nature of both Justice and the FTC under Biden. They've got me convinced that they're right. Absolutely. Five, they all want to know about NVIDIA. They're shocked at how this company came from nowhere. Now Jensen Huang became king. I always say the same thing. He didn't come out of nowhere. He's been laboring for years and years and years. It's just now paying off. They were shocked at how the media portrayed the Chinese as being well ahead of NVIDIA, even though Meta, Amazon, Tesla, and Alphabet keep ordering billions and billions of dollars worth of NVIDIA technology. Do you think that these titans didn't know about DeepSeek and they bought anyway? Give me a break. That was their only conclusion. Now, They are. It's just funny the way things go. They talked about NVIDIA, the dog. My dog. That's because they're in awe of Jensen. They regard him as the classic American success story, and they're cheering for him. They all wish they bought the stock. 6, they think AI is real, but they really haven't figured out how to use it to save money, make the business more efficient. Almost every one of them has seen the Salesforce ads with Matthew McConaughey. They think they're really funny, but they're trying to think what Salesforce can do for them. Are they baffled by AI? You bet they are. 7, they're all hoping there'll be some sort of rollback of regulations, even as they said they can handle the regulations better than the little guys, which ultimately works in their favor. Doesn't matter. They just think that the civil servants in Washington never worked in private industry and don't know how onerous all the new rules are. If the regulators ever labored at real companies, these execs think it would be obvious that they're stifling creativity. Remember, this is them, not me, although in my experience as a small business entrepreneur, I totally agree with them. 8, they're perplexed about Europe. Seem to think that it's just decided to not compete in anything except taxing tech and fining tech. They have total contempt for Europe and the way its institutions work. 9, this is a wild one. They're all rooting for Brian Niccol at Starbucks because they often find themselves with no choice but Starbucks. They tend to hate the licensed ones, like the ones in the airport, wish Brian could fire the managers, bring in better people. They actually talk about this all the time. It's a high priority for the CEO demographic. They want a better Starbucks. 2 of them are happy that they got their drinks in 4 minutes' time from order to drinking. Yay, that was fantastic. 10, they almost all think the stock market's too high, but their stocks are too low. When I tell them that the market's too low and I like their stocks, they nod, but they think I'm a dreamer. When I say to them, I don't question you about how to make and sell your product, why question me on how to value your stock? They almost always come back to, as a person, they say, yeah, you really did like Apple and NVIDIA. Thank you, which I say I still do. Bottom line, after talking to so many CEOs at the big game, I can give you a sense about what they cared about. And even though their views definitely aren't the same as, say, the average American, they're a lot more relevant to the way we do business in this country and to why the stock market just hit a new high again today. Let's go to Barbara in New York. Barbara!
Hi, Jim.
Barbara,
I'm a new
how you
member
been?
of your club,
Oh,
and I have a
fantastic.
question.
All right, you'll be there Thursday, right? We got a Thursday conference call, you know that.
Yeah, your monthly meeting.
Exactly.
I am losing big time, over 10% on Salesforce since I bought it. What should I do? Should I sell it?
Let's
or
get
should
Benny
I
off the
continue
phone right now.
losing?
We're going to give him a little spanking. Oh, shoot, he's texting me all day. Now, okay, look, Mark's done a great job. And, look, absolutely. See, Barb, this is just a time. This happens. Now, we own Salesforce. We started buying it when it was at $8. It's had a big run. I don't blame you one bit for feeling like, ouch, that one's down a lot. And all I can do is say, and I'll say it on Thursday, is it's worth buying more and getting a better average. Why? Because I think the company's going to have a blowout quarter. And I don't get it from Mark. That's what I think. Mark doesn't violate any rules. Although, he did wish me a nice happy birthday, and so did his mom, Joelle. It's really sweet. Hi, Joelle. Let's go. Loves the show. Let's go to Robert in New York, please. Robert.
Jim, I want to wish you a happy belated birthday. Your birthday was last week on February 10th, buddy, and I was thinking about you. And God bless you, and I hope you had a great birthday.
You're very kind. I had all the buddies down in the Atlantis, and we had the Eagles game. It was really probably one of the greatest times of my life. Thank you. My wife was dynamite. She became, she was real nice to me.
Did she give you a nice cake? Did she give you a birthday cake?
No.
All right, well, forget about that, Jimbo. I'll get you. I'll send you a birthday
I know.
cake.
She didn't get that.
All right, forget about the birthday cake. I'll send it over to you.
Forget that shit. That's not the show, so this is just between you and me anyway. We're gonna cut this part out of the show. Okay, we'll just cut it out.
All right, Jimbo. So anyway, Jim, on December 22nd, we spoke about this company that was trading at $72 a share. They offered the convertible note deal back then, and they also did a purchase of the stock back, which was brilliant because it stopped the shorts, okay? And, Jim, if everybody goes to the videotape, this is a fact. Go back to December 22nd, and even before that last year, when you were constantly telling me, Robert, this is a good one, you made me over 168% in the last 6 months. You have been firm. You listen. Thank you. You and Left Chin, you've interviewed this guy. He's a
Left
genius
Chin, man.
like you. A firm, baby.
No. It's like, you know what Tepper said to me yesterday, the big shot, the Panthers guy? He goes, you know what I like about you? You're smart enough to know you're stupid. I know I'm smart enough to know I'm stupid, and Max Levchin's real smart. And a firm which has had a remarkable run is not done. It hit a high today, could back off a little. Levchin's got it going. He's a great lender. Is he dynamite? I mean, is he something when he gets together with me? Not at all. But that doesn't matter. Anyway, the views of CEOs are so relevant to how we do business in this country. And after talking to them at the big game, it's more clear to me than ever how the current landscape is shaping up. And it ain't so bad. Oh, man, tonight, how could this deep seek shake up the semiconductor stocks? I'm going to check with KLA. I can't believe we have KLA on. Top brass to get a read on the AI landscape. Then, does Disney stocks need some pixie dust after that post-quarter pullback? I'm going to eye the street's concern, tell you where I stand. And later, how about this one? I got J-Bill to hear about the latest tariff headlines. Could it impact the contract manufacturing? And man, is their business smoking. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.